Do you want to know how to turn your green thumb into green cash money? Well, hey, in this exciting episode today, I'm going to share with you 5 ways that you can make money online gardening, okay? So if you have a skill set or you have just an interest in gardening and growing vegetables and things like that, obviously you've probably thought about how you can make money with it. And this episode is going to be more specifically in how you can make money online, okay? So for example, me and my wife have recently decided that, we've been very interested in gardening, especially because we're, interested in where our food comes from and sourcing our own food. And so we've been kind of into that. But I'm also a digital marketer as well. So I wanted to know, how could I make money if I decided to go into gardening without actually having to rely solely on all the, all the offline methods, which are good, but sometimes they may not be. Global health issues could potentially put a damper in that. So hopefully this video will give you some ideas on how you can potentially make more money in a more leveraged way online, because that's exactly what I'm looking at. So if you're a new beginner, this can give you some ideas. If you're someone that's already have a garden, you're already planting stuff, then this can actually expand your revenue source and make it so that you make more without having to do more. But before that, hey, if you're new to this channel, my name is Chris, and this channel is all about empowering you, the home business entrepreneur, all right, with the mindset and the skill sets to get results, make money, and drive breakthroughs online, all right? So if you like content like this and little business ideas like this, then hey, definitely give the video a like, consider subscribing to the channel, and go ahead and smash that bell too, because you'll be notified whenever I drop new videos, which is pretty much on the reg. Okay, so let's get to it. Gardening has been kind of one of those niches that has always been fascinating to me, and it's actually very, very popular. So if you're new to this niche, then you'll be surprised how many ways you can actually make money with this. And if you're not new to it, then you already probably know, and it's filled with so many enthusiasts that it's just kind of the part that makes me excited about it. So yes, I'm going to show you how you can earn, yes, right, $100 per day. 5 different ways you can make money online, gardening, businesses, $100 per day. Let's get started. The first method is you can sell on Facebook, okay? So not just by selling your stuff offline to local nurseries and different people who may be interested in your plants, you could also sell to them on Facebook. One of the best ways to probably get started doing that would be to just join all your Facebook groups, especially your local ones, right? So you got a lot of different ones here, like backyard vegetable gardening support group and gardening tips for beginners, and all kinds of various groups here that are about gardening that you can join, get involved, connect with people, and they're probably sharing their different ideas and different plants and vegetables and things that they're growing, and you can connect with people and make sales that way. Another method would be to try out the Facebook Marketplace, which is probably a really good place to go to, because I've used this to sell all kinds of different stuff. It's kind of like a Craigslist, but way better, okay, right? Because you can actually see who you're selling to, so that kind of makes it easier and more comfortable selling. You can only sell to your local area if you like, and you can see, if you just come here and click in gardening for search, and you can see everything that's around that particular niche in your area, from items, equipment, to seeds, to plants, all kinds of stuff that you can sell. So if you're wanting to get started, you could probably just start buying stuff in the local area and then flip it around on Facebook. Or if you're already growing stuff, then you can just come on Facebook here in the marketplace, post your listing here, and start making money. Now, there are a few things to keep in mind though that I learned as I was kind of doing my research about this. Number one, Facebook is selling plants online is actually a full-time gig. I mean, you got a lot to consider if you're going to be selling this and actually making a whole lot of money. You're looking at having to keep track of your inventory, make sure your inventory and all your plants stay alive, and then packaging, shipping, all that can be a full-time gig. At the same time, while you're on Facebook, it's kind of one of the biggest challenges with selling to customers on Facebook is the communication part. So you have to constantly be on your phone and checking messages and responding to messages and things like that. And when you're selling stuff, there's no rating system, right? So you don't really know, although they do have a rating system that they've been working on, but it's not as robust as, let's say, for example, like an eBay or an Amazon, for example. And so it's kind of tough to see who you're selling to. So those are kind of the tough challenges. There's this one group here that I saw, this guy here, his name is Njigha. I mean, he's a really cool guy. Watch the video. He has a video on YouTube, and this guy has a love for plants. He has a whole business page here where he's selling it. He sells it out of his home, a small family business. So it's something that you could definitely do if in fact that you have you have this urge, but you want to expand your clientele, your customers, and this is a great way to do it. Start with Facebook. Pardon the interruption, my friend, but hey, are you enjoying this video so far? Getting value? Then hey, go ahead and like this video and subscribe to the channel, all right? And go ahead and tell me where you're coming from, all right? Where in the world are you from? Where you're trying to learn how to make this money, all right? So if you're enjoying this video, go ahead and give it a like and subscribe. All right, now back to our regularly scheduled programming. The idea you you could consider that a lot of people mentioned was like just starting a small little backyard, okay? Like let's say Facebook is too much, you could do something like an Etsy store. So you start off a small backyard by rooting cuttings, and rooting cuttings basically means you take these plants. I had to look it up too, right? Because I wasn't exactly sure what it is, but you take plants that have already grown, you cut them a certain way, and then you like put them inside a little soil so they can grow. And it's basically like you can grow a plant from rooting it, and then you can start growing a whole bushload of different types of plants, and then come up on Etsy and create an entire store here. Now I think a store might be simpler here because they can handle the payments and the communication is probably a little bit simpler and easier. So I've heard some people say Etsy was way better option for them. So that's something to consider as well. And you can start up a store, see what everybody else is doing, and then kind of niche down into if you want to do herbs and different kind of flowers or whatever the case may be, and then kind of go from there. Number 4, make money online gardening business that you can start up making money selling plants online is an authority affiliate website. Example of that would be like a website like this that's called awaytogarden.com by a woman named Margaret Roach. I think she used to be an editor for Arthur Stewart and then decided to like just quit all of that corporate stuff and just start her own blog and her own authority website here. Now, one of the advantages of an authority website is that it gives you a place online on your own home that you control, and it allows you to be able to kind of like funnel all your traffic, all your customers, all your leads, all your potential clients. Everybody can just come through this website, and again, number 1, it's a great authority builder. It lets people know that, hey, you mean business, you know what you're talking about. And then number 2, it's just a great way to generate leads and sales from it, and you can automate the entire process right straight from your blog, especially if you have a WordPress blog. So what she's doing, she's got a lot of content here, but if you can scroll down here, you see that some of the stuff that she's promoting are her books. So she has quite a few books here that she wrote that you can get right off of Amazon, right? So that's a great way that she's promoting it. If you don't have, let's say, books, you can always still promote anything you want from Amazon. All you need to do is just create the content, and then you can come to Amazon, find links, join their affiliate program, and get the links to all kinds of different things like, gardening tools, equipment, seeds, plants, tool sets, and all kinds of things here, right? That would be applicable around the gardening niche, and you can make sales just doing that, right? Just the links right off of your authority website. All you would need to do is just kind of like, install like some kind of payment processor to your website, to your WordPress blog, like a Stripe, and then people can come here and add it to their cart and then purchase things. Or especially if you had your own stuff to sell, you have people pay through Stripe, and if you don't, you can just have them go to Amazon or any other affiliate site and then can buy stuff there, and you can get commissions there. It's just a great way to make extra money around your niche of gardening anyway. And then the number 3 way you can make money online gardening, another plant business idea, would be with a membership group or starting up your own mastermind. The thing about membership groups that I like so much is that it's a great way to, number 1, bring people together around your community or all over the world really, who are interested in gardening or in your particular niche, and then have them as an audience around you. It's a great way to like build that audience, build that fan base. But what's even better is that it gives you basically consistent income month after month after month. If people are in a membership group, they're paying every month, and that's pretty much one of the golden things. That's probably the most golden thing that people can wish for, is to have a raving fan base that pays them every single month. That basically secures your income, and a membership site business is a great way to do that. I think for gardening, what they have are things like subscription boxes. So that's what this website is an example of, like the Plant Club. They're basically, if you subscribe to them, they'll basically send you every single month different plants and seeds and things like that. And so this is really like if you're like a home DIY gardener. So this doesn't even look like a really big site. I mean, they've got their own setup with their own site. Like I said, you can, and all they've done is that they've added payment options down here. You can have a cart here, and then you can add different things into your cart, and then they'll basically ship it out to you. And so this is probably like a 2 or 3 man business operation that are doing this. This is a great way to create additional income around what you're already doing. If you're selling stuff, you could be selling stuff to local restaurants and local businesses and local nurseries, but you could also be selling this online to pretty much anybody in the world. And if they're a member, subscribe to you every month, I mean, that's consistent income that is just invaluable, right? I mean, you can't put a price on that. You could use a mastermind group, right? And I think probably the easiest way would be just like create a Facebook group and make it a private group, and you charge people a monthly thing just to provide them just extra information extra content, extra access to you and what you're doing. Another example was the same guy, Jumanji John. He has a Facebook group here. Now, I don't know if he's charging people for it, but it's private. And you could do the exact same thing here and just make extra income doing sharing with people, with the community, the same stuff you're already doing anyway. Number 2, gardening business idea that you could do to make money, $100 per day selling plants. Create a digital course. I absolutely adore digital courses because it's probably one of the most, I would say, leveraged activities you can do online, right? If you create a course around, let's say, gardening and some specific thing, that skill and trait that you skill set that you have, and you put that in a course and you share that out there with people, it will constantly be out there, constantly making you money, constantly while you sleep. It doesn't matter. People who are interested all over the world online can click on this, find your course. Let's say, for example, you create it on Udemy, which is one of the largest online educational platforms there is, and you put it on here. People can come here, find it, purchase it, and get access to your stuff, and you're making money, you're sharing your value and your wisdom. They can then access your Facebook group too if they wanted to. And so it's just a great way to lead people into your online platform. It was as simple as I just typed in gardening here and you can see, wow, look at that. There's got a ton of different courses on aquaponic gardening, which is actually pretty cool. Beginner's guide to vegetable gardening, right? And all kinds of different stuff. You look at the reviews here, the prices are not that bad too. And these normally they're going for $50 and they're on sale here. So let's say you live in a local area where you grow your own garden in the backyard, or maybe you have a small little nursery or whatever the case may be, and you grow fruits and vegetables like salads and tomatoes, and maybe you're smart and you reach out to local restaurants and you hand it out to them and you do deals with them. Well, while you're doing that, you could also be planting seeds in terms of a digital course and taking notes and creating a full-blown course that you put out here that could help tons of people do the exact same thing. Remember, this is a thriving niche, and I mean, people like me who are young millennials are interested in this right now. I'm telling you, if you have that skill set, people like me will buy that course and I'll be in it. Another website is like similar to Udemy is Skillshare that does the exact same thing. Although I've heard that Skillshare is a little bit more difficult. They're a little bit more strict with their type of courses. So I would start with Udemy, but it's just another option to consider as well. Then my number 1 way to make $100 per day online gardening with plant business ideas is starting your own YouTube channel. Okay, so I think YouTube is just probably one of the most amazing pieces of assets that anybody can create. Period. Doesn't matter if you're strictly offline or not. If you're online, a YouTube channel is awesome because number 1, it spreads out and creates your brand. It allows you to create your brand and authority. It allows people to know that you're out there in the world. It allows you to document everything you're doing so people can follow you on your journey, right? So if you're planting a garden from scratch and going from 0 to hero, I mean, people would love to see you go from that start and see that on your YouTube channel. Not to mention that there's like hundreds of billions of people on YouTube every single month watching videos, and so you might as well be there. This is an example of a guy that I saw that has a pretty good gardening channel. Here's another guy that he's got way more, 817,000 subscribers. MI Gardener, who's some pretty good channel with a lot of good videos. You can tell these people are just avid gardeners. They just love the idea of planting plants and selling and creating that value. They just love this. An idea that you could do that was inspired by one of his videos that I watched is that you could, let's say you have a garden, you're growing herbs, for example. Herbs are super popular, especially things like cilantro and basil, and you can sell these to restaurants, local restaurants who are very into like local sourcing of foods, and you can sell a pretty good amount of these because, like, for example, the basil and cilantro are very highly perishable and it's not easy to get them, and so if you can provide them, you can make some pretty good money. You connect with the local restaurant, but let's say they don't really know you. They see that you have a YouTube channel, that you've documented all your videos and all your content. Number 1, that builds a huge amount of authority for you. Number 2, YouTube is probably paying you for some of that stuff, for if you're advertising on some of those videos as well, if you're part of the YouTube partnership program. And number 3, you could also do brand deals and sponsorships with those local restaurants as well. Maybe do a video for them that highlights them. You get paid. You do work out some type of deal. There's so many options with the YouTube channel around this particular niche instead. It's absolutely crazy. So it'd be as simple as like looking up local farm to table restaurants in your area, calling them up, seeing what they want to do. They say, you know, go up there, talk to them. You got your YouTube channel, hey, and then start making something happen. That's it, my friend. That right there is 5 really great ways you can make money online with just gardening, okay? Hey, you got the green thumb. How can you take that green thumb online and digitize it, right? And start making money, more leveraged money, so that, hey, if you can't get out there to into the garden, guess what? You're still making money anyway, doing the thing and talking about the thing that you love the most, all right? So hope you got ideas from this. It was definitely inspiring for me, and that's why I enjoyed creating this. Hope this was helpful for you. Hey, if you did, if you got value, then hey, definitely give the video a like, all right? Consider subscribing to the channel. Check out some of these other videos on this channel on how to make money online. And like I said, if you got value and this was helpful, just share it with someone who's looking to try to learn how to make money online, all right? So until next exciting episode, my friend, you be blessed, stay hungry. I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.